Here we are. Lots of natural light, large lobby area, all on one level. Here's our boardroom in the midst of our office suite. We never had a boardroom before, and now we'll have a place to meet, have classes. An office for the rabbi. For the educational director. Finally, we'll all be in one area of the building where we can work effectively and efficiently together. Our administrator will sit here and greet people as they pass in the hallway and as they enter our office to conduct business. As we enter this wall will be a great artistic piece that will really draw our eyes and really be a focus of attention and really capture some of the main values and history of our congregation. The stonework here in the lobby and then again in the sanctuary captures the stonework from the outside, creating a whole organic theme. We're now entering the Beit Midrash, my favorite room. Like so many other rooms in this building, it's flexible. It'll be our daily chapel, it'll be our library, beautiful shelves. For the first time in 2 generations, our congregation will face east, face Jerusalem when we pray. And just look at this window. As you look outside, the neighbors have commented how much they're looking forward to having us here in the neighborhood. The natural light will just be tremendous. Like, I can't wait till I officiate at a small wedding or a baby naming in this area right here. This will also be a classroom, also be a meeting room. This will be a very used room of the building. Look at all the natural light. There are 2 permanent classrooms in the building. This is one of them. And as I mentioned, it comes right off the storage area into the main large rectangle of the whole building. Be prepared. Here we are entering the heart of the building. Excuse all the work going on. This large rectangular area will house in this first third the classrooms. You can see the partitions that will be placed here to divide up to as many as 3 classrooms. This middle area will typically be set up as a social hall, and then along the eastern wall you can see that our bima will be there with beautiful bookshelves and storage areas on either side of the bima. Come, let's check out the kitchen. Thank you. Just beginning to place it in, we'll have areas for
right one. No,
meat and dairy and parve. There'll be an entrance here for a service area. There'll be a driveway for caterers and others to make deliveries. And right in here will be a walk-in freezer and a walk-in fridge. And out that door will be the patio. There's shrubbery all the way from the end of the building that will meet up with this part of the building, and so this whole area will be an enclosed area for, we can have a service out here, we can have a kiddush, an oneg Shabbat, our sukkah will go here, and all the doors from the sanctuary to the social hall will lead right out here into the courtyard. As we walk a little closer, I want to point out the partition that I imagine that 90% of the time will be closed. And so this first third of the room will be our sanctuary. We'll enter through these doors, and they tell us that about 140, 150 people will be able to sit comfortably in this area in kind of a semicircular shape, facing the bima, which will only be 2 steps above the floor. They're the only steps in the building, and there'll be a ramp here that will allow those in wheelchairs or walkers or strollers to access the bima and be fully participating in the service. Notice that this part of the room is a double story, so there'll be a lot of natural light. We'll see trees and the sky, and the arc design will have glass, which will allow the light to come through, and it'll really be a different experience depending on where you're seated within the sanctuary. There's not a bad seat in the house. They tell us, the architects, that if we had a large service or a lecture, we could fit as many as 600 people from up here all the way to the back. if we were having a wedding reception, the band could be here on the bima, and we could have 300 people seated, tables and chairs, and a dance floor. It's a very flexible space. Light, efficiency, flexibility. Window is a playroom where children will be able to see and hear, and we will not be able to see or hear them. So it's a perfect space for young families. These shelves operate with just a touch, and we imagine that they'll house prayer books and other materials. Right here, as you exit the sanctuary, there will be a memorial wall, and we'll bring with us the names of all of our ancestors of our congregation who were previously honored, memorialized around this building, and there'll be room for others in the years to come to be added. The neighbors have been incredibly supportive of this project. One of them said that it gives them security knowing that House of Worship will be looking down over and protecting them. Over 700 people have donated money to this campaign. People have been asked to stretch. It's really been an incredible outpouring of support, both by members and by friends. Everyone's really looking forward to walking through these doors and making this our new home. And thanks to you and so many others, we're getting really close.